Former President Trump now facing a total of 91 criminal charges in 4 different cases in Georgia, Florida, New York, and Washington, D.C. You see the charges scrolling on the screen right now. The newest charges related to election subversion in the Atlanta area. The former president has until next Friday to turn himself in. Remember, the first Republican primary debate is next Wednesday. Joining us now, Republican strategist and former RNC communications director Doug Heye, CNN political analyst, White House correspondent for PBS NewsHour, Laura Barone-Lopez, and former advisor to President Clinton, Paul Begala. Well, good morning, guys. Next week's going to be a big week, Doug. There's a Republican debate that Trump may or may not participate in, and then he and 18 other folks indicted in Georgia have to turn themselves in on these charges. But Trump is running on this. Is this one going to be any different? Because all of the others seem to have not hurt his support, maybe bolstered it.
Yeah, the reality is, Poppy, in the short term, no, this won't be any different. And the reason for that is twofold. One, every time that Donald Trump has been indicted, and I'll say this is a bizarre statement, it bolsters Donald Trump because it reinforces his core argument. Typically, in politics, when you're indicted, you get in any legal trouble, your campaign is over. For Donald Trump, it reinforces his core message that the system is rigged, that it's rigged against you, it's rigged against me, it's rigged against everybody. And bizarrely, this shores up his message. 2, when he's been indicted, each time most of his opponents have not only not gone after Donald Trump, which in any other campaign you would do, they back up Donald Trump. They say this is a 2-tiered system of justice. So when your own opponents, the people running against you, fail to criticize you, that bolsters you as well. The debate, therefore, is going to be interesting because this case is different. And we'll see if it makes Republican candidates who are running against Donald Trump run against him, move from running against him in theory to in practice, and use this to do what they would do against any other opponent in any other race, and that's criticize him.
I mean, so few have. Asa Hutchinson put out a statement last night saying, essentially, I've prosecuted people under RICO statutes like this, et cetera. But so few will go after him.
Including the number 2 guy who's had a rough couple of months, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
Laura, Doug kind of captures the point I've been fixated on, not just this morning, but I think over the course of several months now. And keep in mind, over the course of 4 months, Trump has been indicted 4 different times in 4 different places. But our mutual pal, Peter Baker of the New York Times, has a great piece this morning where he really kind of captures it. It says, quote, "The nation once recoiled at presidential candidates caught driving under the influence or swiping lines in a speech without credit. Now, one of the 2 major parties has not ruled out a frontrunner charged with conspiring to subvert democracy, endangering national security, obstructing justice, and falsifying records of hush money to a pornographic film star." Is it because it's just so much that everybody has tuned out and or is numb? Or is it, which I think Doug's point is very smart on this, that this just kind of dovetails perfectly into what has been Trump's message from the beginning and has served as Teflon to some point?
I think when we're looking at the primary, Doug's point totally stands, which is that the GOP base is behind the former president. I would argue a majority of the Republican establishment is behind the former president, or at least will not say anything and confront him directly. They will do it privately to us many times, but not publicly and directly to make a break from the former president. But when we look at the general election, I think it is having an impact, because I was just talking to a registered Republican voter in Arizona, a swing state, another state that is actually looking into a fake elector scheme carried out by Trump in 2020. And that Republican voter had voted Republican their entire life, told me they voted for Joe Biden in 2020. One of those independent-leaning, moderate Republicans who broke for Biden in that swing state last go-around. And I checked in to see if they had soured on President Biden and were leaning back the Republican way, given the cast of these candidates that this voter has to choose from. And they said no. And it was because of what Doug is saying, which is that none of the other Republicans that potentially have a shot of taking out the former president are actually confronting him on the democracy issue and on all of the indictments. And so he said there was no one there that he felt he could vote for.
Controller, I don't know if we have the Hillary Clinton sound. If we do, let's see if we can get it up for Paul, because I just think you obviously were a former advisor to Bill Clinton. Hillary Clinton talked about this. We'll play it in just a moment. But Joe Biden, the president, can't really talk about this because it's this Justice Department that is at the helm of the federal probes. But Hillary Clinton did weigh in. Here she was.
Well, it's hard to believe. I don't feel any satisfaction. I feel great, just great, profound sadness that we have a former president who has been indicted for so many charges that went right to the heart of whether or not our democracy would survive.
Just your thoughts on this, because we're not going to hear that from Joe Biden.
Yeah, look, I think Hillary should have won. She lost fair and square by the Electoral College. But it was pretty remarkable to see that, because Democrats in the main are not talking about this, because the president especially cannot, must not, will not talk about this. And I think that's very smart. Biden has to stay out of it. You know, the challenge, I think Laura hit it exactly on the head. I could have slept in. She had exactly what I was trying to make.
As she often does.
We keep obsessing. Oh, she's great. I hope she's not listening. We often look at how bulletproof Trump's base is, right? Oh, why doesn't this crack his base? Why doesn't this crack? That's the wrong question. Trump keeps deepening support of that same minority of Americans. It's not the majority. We shouldn't ask, does this deepen his support? We should ask, does it broaden it? Right? Donald Trump lost a popular vote to my friend Hillary, lost a popular vote to Joe Biden. Not a single day of his presidency did he have a majority support in America. If he wants to get back to the White House, he can get to 45 nationally very easily, because Lincoln was right. You can fool some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And I think that which makes him unbeatable in the Republican primary may make him unelectable in the general election.
Laura, to that point, I think this is the thing that this is like the fifth thing I've said I've been fixated on. I fixate on a lot of things related to a lot of things, sorry. But you talk to White House officials, you talk to Biden campaign officials. Paul's point, I think, is to some degree the theory of the case, right? That, look, we get it. This is where the Republican Party is. This is where the Republican base is. When you have these issues, which Biden's not going to talk about, but outside groups probably will, and then you add into them the Roe versus Wade issue, which has been dramatically moving in Democratic favor on the state level over and over and over again. Those voters that you're talking about, like in Arizona, aren't going to all of a sudden shift back to Trump if he's the nominee. And yet, Joe Biden remains tied or within the margin of error with Donald Trump in every poll. Why?
Well, the White House explanation, or the Biden campaign explanation, is because of the fact that he's just not in the news as much right now. And they're essentially letting Republicans argue amongst themselves and let the indictments against the former president just take up all of the airspace, because they think that ultimately that will help the president when he starts fully campaigning come next year. So that's their explanation. I mean, we've seen, though, as we get closer to the election time, that ultimately that enthusiasm gap can shrink, and that Democrats appear very galvanized around those issues that you just laid out, Phil.
They expect them to come home.
Yeah.
They do eventually.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much to all of you.